Russia has produced some of hockey's most exciting players, and the class of 2024 is no different. Today we're going to go over 10 of the most exciting draft-eligible players from Russia this season. We're going to start off hot with one of the most dynamic prospects in the entire class of 2024. Demidov is a highly skilled offensive forward with elite hands, smooth skating, and high-end vision, which allows him to create countless high-danger chances every time he steps on the ice. As you can see in many of these clips, he uses heel-to-heel skating often, as well as some extremely agile pivots and turns to escape pressure and slip through extremely tight lanes on his way towards the net. He sees the ice incredibly well and is able to manipulate defenses, drawing opponents to him before setting up teammates against the grain for easy points. He is constantly in motion, searching for better ice, and is consistently able to slip behind the defense to make himself a scoring threat. What makes Demidov so special is his ability to maintain high speeds while executing agile cuts in combination with his elite hands to make defenders look silly. He has fantastic timing and is able to set up a seemingly infinite number of chances each game. He currently is producing at around 2 points per game in the MHL, and almost certainly would be tearing up the KHL if SKA gave him the opportunity. Expect to hear Ivan's name called very, very early in June. Next up, we've got Igor Chernyshov. Chernyshov is a super speedy forward who has proven himself to be a level above the MHL and has looked good when given time in the KHL. One thing you're going to notice a lot of in these clips is Chernyshov's ability to create separation and set himself up on breakaway chances. He has a very impressive pace to his game and is able to accelerate to top speed with a couple of smooth, powerful strides. He has had a bit of trouble finishing in tight, but his ability to work his way to the crease with his feet and skilled hands has been very noticeable in each of my viewings this season. He embarrasses defenders with complex moves, exploiting their positioning and walking past them with ease. His playmaking has been very impressive as well. He delays after entering the zone with a hard stop or cut towards the middle lane, draws opponents to him, then slides the puck onto the tape of a cutting teammate. Without the puck on his stick, he does a great job of staying in motion and getting to space where he becomes a quality escape or scoring option for his teammates. He slips into space, flashes a target, and has a clear plan for what he will do next to work the puck towards the cage. He projects to be a productive top 6 forward, and you can expect Chernyshov to be selected sometime in the first round. Up next, we have one of my favorite players in this Russian class, Yegor Surin. Surin has had a very productive season of the MHL, scoring at a 1.24 points per game pace. He is a very effective two-way workhorse with a heavy wrist shot and is a real pest to play against when he is on his game. He has an incredibly high motor, forechecking and backchecking hard, determined to win possession every time he steps on the ice. One big addition to his game this season is physical play. He finishes checks hard whenever he has the opportunity, making sure his opponents know when he is on the ice. He has shown some great flashes of playmaking ability as well, opening up his own lanes, spotting dangerous teammates, threading passes through traffic, and hitting his target without selling his choice. The two biggest knocks on Yegor right now are his lack of high-end speed and the fact that he has major consistency issues. Some games he is a ball of energy, shutting down opponents in the defensive end and creating countless chances on offense, and other times he is nearly invisible. He projects as a productive middle 6 forward who will play hard on both sides of the puck and is expected to be selected somewhere near the second round. Next, we've got Setska defenseman Matvei Shuravin. Shuravin is a mobile two-way defenseman who has spent time in both the MHL and KHL this season. His stride is a bit choppy, and he is far from the fastest skater, but he moves well for a player of his size. He joins the rush often and uses great vision to complete plays while up on the rush. He gaps up well in transition and plays a sound defensive game in his own end. Shuravin has spent time quarterbacking the top power play unit for Krasnaya Armia and does a great job of walking the line, drawing penalty killers towards him, and then effectively distributing the puck around the offensive zone. I've been up and down on Shuravin all year. Sometimes I see a very efficient two-way defender with good mobility and puck movement tendencies, and other times I see a slow-moving defender who panics under pressure, makes risky step-up decisions, and overcommits on the rush. He's projected to go anywhere from the late first round to the second round. I will likely have him in the mid-second round in my final rankings. Our next guy, Nikita Artamonov, is a limitless ball of energy. He has an incredibly high motor and has been one of the most impressive Russian players this season. He's stuck in the KHL with Torpedo after being called up early in the year and has been a major contributor on a very good team. His forecheck game is ferocious. He is unrelenting along the boards, willing to get dirty in battles until he wins the puck. After securing possession, he flies up ice with intention. He has an incredibly explosive and efficient stride and breaks into the offensive zone with ease. Artamonov's timing is very impressive as well. He plans his cuts, dekes, passes, and accelerations very precisely to escape pressure and open up lanes to pass through. Artamonov has been one of my favorite players to watch this year. His non-stop work ethic and insane energy levels are hard to keep your eyes off of. He moves incredibly well, is hard to knock off the puck, and is smart and skilled enough to consistently create dangerous opportunities. I rate Nikita Artamonov very highly as a first-round talent and expect him to be selected somewhere between 15 and 25. He has high potential to be a major steal and a dog at the NHL level. Next up, we have a player that may be one of the most underrated defensemen in the entire draft. Arsen Taimazov is a 6'4", 190-pound monster who plays a very calm game. He's able to pull off agile stops, cuts, and turns to escape pressure with the puck and does a fantastic job of staying in front of opponents in defensive transition. He angles players towards the boards before sealing them off with a heavy check, a quick strike poke, or stick lift. Arsen is not the fastest skater, which hurts him when rushing up ice and when gapping up in the neutral zone, but his agility allows him to quickly adapt to changing situations. He has fantastic vision and is consistently able to complete crisp stretch passes within seconds of picking up the puck in his own end. Taimazov lacks true offensive upside, but has shown some impressive defensive play, transition ability, and a ton of room to grow. He has the potential to become a sturdy, middle-pairing defenseman and deserves second-round consideration in my opinion. Timofei Zhulin is a highly underrated prospect that has not gotten nearly enough attention this season. He is an incredibly skilled and speedy forward that uses his high pace of play to beat opponents on the rush and push his way to the slot for dangerous opportunities. He has shown some great playmaking ability, finding and setting up teammates across the seam for easy finishes, and I'm adamant that his stat line does not reflect his true ability to create dangerous chances. There have been numerous times this season where I watched Tim set up teammates for slam dunk chances through his passing, but they're unable to finish in tight. He plays hard on both sides of the puck, shows off skilled hands, and plays the game with a ton of pace and energy. His decision-making will need some work, but he shows off signs of good vision that I think could develop into something greater. He does not seem to be on any lists, but is definitely worth the risk as a late-round selection in my opinion. Zhulin is a highly talented and smart player who shows off signs of being able to grow into a future star. He could wind up being one of the biggest steals in the class of 2024. 6'7" Anton Silayev has got to be one of the most polarizing prospects this year. He has the potential to be a unicorn, but there are some habits that leave me with a ton of questions. He is a very smooth skater and is incredibly agile for his size. He has shown the ability to rush the puck up ice with confidence and intention, switching lanes with a series of quick cuts and crossovers. He has improved throughout the year in his ability to gap up, stay in front of play, and has shown some good physicality along the boards. What worries me about Silayev is his overall decision-making ability. He rushes past decisions and has a lot of trouble under pressure. In defensive transition, he has a real problem with step-ups as well. He overcommits to pokes and body checks, which his opponents take advantage of, walking past for odd man breaks the other way. He has a great base of skill that has been built around his skating, and I think that with more experience he has the potential to become a real one-of-a-kind player. He is a low-floor, high-ceiling player with the potential to be a monster in the NHL. Our next guy, Matvei Babenko, is a strange case of a player who started the year off in the KHL with high potential to be a first-round pick, but his stock has dropped significantly over the course of this season. He is a 6'3" sniper with an NHL shot and some super skilled hands. When he is on his A game, he powers up ice with confidence and slips past opponents with a quick combo of skilled dekes. A majority of the time, however, he plays with very little effort. He moves with little intention, floating around the ice and watching play occur around him. With the puck on his stick, he does not seem to be aware of his surroundings and typically settles for poor outside shots. He has an impressive wrister, is a good one-time option on the power play, and when he does show some effort, he is able to pull off some impressive plays up ice. He might be worth the risk in a mid to late round selection, but I have not been too happy with his play so far this season. Next up, we have Timur, who is a smooth skating two-way defenseman playing in the Omsk system. He has spent a majority of his time playing in the VHL and has been reasonably productive in his first year playing professional hockey. He has shown the ability to dance around opponents with agile footwork, opening up his hips to sneak through tight lanes. One of Cole's most impressive traits is his shot from the point. He is able to walk the line well to open up lanes before ripping heavy shots on goal. He has shown flashes of potential as an effective puck rush defenseman, but will need to make a lot of adjustments before he gets to that point. His decisions with the puck will need to be a major point of emphasis over the next few years as well. He constantly rushes his passes under pressure, typically opting to throw the puck up ice without looking when forecheckers begin attacking him. If he can learn to calm his game down and complete more scans before making a final decision, he will improve his effectiveness tenfold. Defensively, he is solid, but patience will improve this aspect of his game as well. He constantly overcommits on step-ups and can chase opponents around the zone at times. I have been up and down on Cole throughout the year, but he is a player who shows good traits and has plenty of room to grow. Expect Cole to be drafted somewhere around the 3rd to 4th round. Thanks for watching today's video. Let me know who some of your favorites are from the class of 2024 in the comments below. Keep an eye out for some more Russian prospect related content coming very soon. Can't wait to see where these guys end up at the draft in Vegas this June.